If you or someone you know has diabetes, you may have built up an extra supply of test strips and lancets. That's where we come in. We'll buy the supplies that you don't need and resell them to those in need to prevent waste. Help us make diabetes management more affordable. Visit us at teststripswithaz.com.
All right, we have Marlon Vera joining the show right now, coming off his second round submission win over Nohelin Hernandez over the weekend at UFC 239. Marlon, how are you?
Good, man. Feeling good and excited and happy about what happened over the weekend.
Yeah, it was a great win. Congratulations on it. It was quite the road to get to UFC 239 for you. How difficult was the preparation for Saturday compared to other fights in the past? You know, with Sean O'Malley having to be pulled, one opponent here, then pulled away, then insert another opponent just days before the fight. How difficult was this for you?
It was pretty hard, you know. At some point, I was kind of over it. I was kind of like, well, fuck that. It looks like seems to don't want to happen, so I don't want to put pressure in stuff, you know. And then by the time they called me, I was like, yeah, well, I don't want to fight, but you know what? Fuck it, let's go. So I kind of like, I was a little tired mentally because of all the stuff going on, but at the end I was like, it's just a fucking fight. Like, there's not too much stuff to do, you know. I was prepared. I had like a 3-4 month camp for this Saturday, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm fine. Let's do it.
I know I reached out to the UFC about a week prior to the fight, and I was told they were still working on an opponent, but obviously the time was ticking. Was there a part of you that was beginning to think, you know what, maybe I'm not going to fight on Saturday after all?
Oh, I did think like that. That's why, like, a week ago from the fight, I used to start eating, and I was just like, whatever. Like on the Saturday before the fight, I was drinking a couple beers in the beach. I was hanging out with my kids. I was just like, I won't put pressure on the stuff I can control, so I want just to relax. And then they called me Saturday night, oh, we found you up, and I was like, oh, shit, so I'm fighting? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. You know, 3 beers won't change anything. So I was like, yeah, let's go, you know. Let's make sure it happen, and let's get paid.
Right? Nolan is a guy who's been on the cusp of a UFC call for a little while now. Of course, you guys share the same management team and everything. Did you know much about him when you got word that he was going to be your opponent?
I knew his name. Like, I saw him before on my manager page, so I knew the guy. Like, I don't watch him fight before. I was in one event he fought live, but I didn't pay attention because I was cornering one of my teammates. But yeah, like, I knew the name, but when they told me it was the guy, I just went to the internet and, you know, watch a couple fights and kind of like started seeing how he fight, and then I took an idea from that, and I was like, let's go to fight. Like, it's hard to fight guys like that because they got nothing to lose. Like, you know, they are already in the UFC. Basically, they're making a favor. So it's like, fuck. If he beat me, he would take my spot, and there was no fucking way that would happen.
Yeah, because it's always tough fighting a guy on short notice, one would think, especially a newcomer, because they're coming in with this big opportunity against a veteran, a guy with a pretty big name like yourself. And I'm not going to say he had nothing to lose, but in a way, there's always that feeling coming from the other side. Did anything he put together in that fight surprise you at all?
Well, he came to fight strong. I seen him in a couple professional boxing fights, so I was expecting probably more power from him. And then when he kicked me, I was like, okay, the kicks seems a little heavier than the punches. And then I was like, okay, just, you know, let's keep throwing and somebody might fall down. And then when I hit him with the body shot, I see him breaking, and that was like, that's it. I kind of like saw it coming.
Did you ever see the movie Bloodsport?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
It's this weird movie where it's Jean-Claude Van Damme is fighting in this like no holds barred tournament, and there's a fight in the movie with this American fighter. His name is Ray Jackson. He's this big biker tough guy like character, and he's fighting a gentleman in the tournament. And at one point he gets hit in the face, and he kind of sees his own blood, and he just like snaps. And then right there and there, he ends the fight. Now that's a movie, but to me, that's what the finish reminded me of in your fight with Nolan on Saturday. Like, there's this point in the second round where it just clicked for you, and then you began that finishing sequence of the body shots and the knee, and then you took his back and submitted him with the rear naked choke. It's like something just clicked in you, and then the fight was over. Can you walk us through that moment for you and how it all happened?
Yeah, like honestly, when I smell blood, I just go for it, and I saw him hurt, so I was like, okay, like it's time to go. Like when he let me standing up, I was like, you lose your chance to control me and win the round just by positioning me. And then when he let me up, I was like, now it's my time to just turn the switch on and just put you out if I can.
Did you get to talk to him after the fight at all? And if so, what did you say to him? Because clearly the kid is talented. He's got a bright future ahead of him, but you know, it was your night. It was your night to get the finish and get the victory. Did you get a chance to talk to him after the fight at all?
Yeah, I went to the green room to pick some food and then head over to the hotel. Then I saw him, and then I just went to shake his hand, and I told him thank you for the good fight and for taking the fight. You know, thanks to you, I'm getting paid now. But I just told him like, dude, I was just a little tougher tonight, and I get it done. But good luck in the future. And you know, I don't believe in this bullshit. Like when the fight's over, it's over. So winning or losing doesn't matter. Yeah, if the fight's over, just shake the hands. That's when it become a sport. During the fight, yeah, fuck that. To me, it's real war. Like I'm trying to take your life away. But when the fight's over, yeah, it become a sport. I shake your hand and I respect the fuck out of you and your team and whatever you believe. But during the fight, yeah, I believe it's like I'm a gladiator and somebody gotta die.
One thing I did notice throughout the fight on Twitter was Sean O'Malley throwing his 2 cents out there. Says early in the fight that he would have won already, and then kind of watching the fight, he said that he was pissed off because you were literally easy money. When it comes to Sean O'Malley, like, how do you respond to that? Does that fight still interest you at all, or has that ship kind of sailed at this point?
I really don't give a fuck about anybody. I don't chase no fights. But coming from a guy like that, he haven't finished nobody, so I don't know. He's just a little delusional. You know, he's a kid, and he will learn. Maybe with me, maybe with somebody else. But
next right.
I just don't buy that hype. I don't have to respond to him. Like just by not responding to him, I'm already winning. Because who's the guy? He got 2 fights in the UFC, so he's really I wanna chase that. You don't buy the hype. You know what I'm saying? You finish people, you put in performance the way I did it. That's enough. Then when I saw him on the UFC PI, he don't have the same attitude he has on Twitter and social media. So all that's fake.
So if obviously that's not a fight you're going to actively pursue, but if the UFC presents that fight to you, definitely, right?
I don't chase no one around. I don't give a fuck. If the UFC offer me, yeah, I take it. I take anything. But I'm not a guy that I'm chasing one name to be somebody to be somewhere. Like
I would agree with that.
And then whoever the UFC puts in front of me, I will get it. Like I'm just honest with myself, and I see like, is this guy really a big thing in the division? No. Is the guy popular? Yeah, he's popular. You know, he's a stoner kid that posts about pot and throws some flashy kicks. Yeah, people like that, and media like that. But I'm a fighter. I'm not a journalist. I'm not a matchmaker. So whoever they want to throw in front of me, I will fight him.
I also saw you getting some love on social media from a lot of different people on Saturday, including the great Steve-O from Jackass fame. That was pretty cool, right? Have you met him before?
I didn't met him before, but that was my idol growing up. You know, I was acting as stupid as he was, recording stupid videos and doing bad things growing up. But yeah, that's the man right there. I was so stoked for that, and yeah, that was dope, dude. You know, a guy like that send you some love. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. I love seeing that stuff. Just kind of these random tweets from celebrities to fighters, and you know, a nice little bond could form between you and Steve-O. Maybe you guys could do a video together someday. That'd be amazing.
Oh, yeah, we might do some dumb shit.
Yeah, a little surfing video, you and Steve-O. He'd get out there with you.
Yeah, I just went to the beach to get some waves, and it was great right now.
Oh, man. Marlon, big things happening for you. Congratulations on the win, especially under all those crazy circumstances. Before we get out of here, let the folks know where to find and follow you on the web, social media, anything else you want to get off your chest, shout outs or anything like that. The floor is yours.
Well, yes, thanks to everybody who support me and send me some love all the time. And well, my social media is Chito Vera UFC, Twitter, Instagram, and then that's it. Just thanks everybody for the love and thank you for the time, and let's keep the grind going on.
Thank you, Marlon. Enjoy the time off. Enjoy the victory. Enjoy time with your family. We'll talk soon.
Cool, brother. Have a good one.